Thanks for checking out this haul video. Pretty excited to show you what's in this little grouping of things that I've just bought recently. But just so you know, I will be doing more haul videos as the months go on and years go on potentially. Because I have been collecting physical media, as you can see behind me. But I think I'm going to go a little harder on it. Mainly because I'm really intrigued by a lot of stuff Vinegar Syndrome has coming out. None of this is Vinegar Syndrome, by the way, but you will see a decent amount of those, including one coming up within the next month or so, maybe. But anyway, let's get into this. I'm saving the most exciting stuff for the end of the video. So let's get into the three things that I first bought from Kino Lorber. Now, Kino Lorber, if you haven't checked out their stuff, they typically do a lot of older stuff, including they have a lot of Mario Bava. So I'm a big fan. He's my favorite director, and I don't own a ton of his stuff, so I'm kind of like gradually buying more Bava films. The first one is one that I've seen before, and I actually have done a review on, and that is The Whip and the Body with Christopher Lee in it. Really looks amazing. I mean, anything Mario Bava does looks amazing, but this is a really interesting, fun one. The atmosphere is amazing. The acting's obviously amazing. It's just really good. But I'll read the back for you. Steeped in sadomasochism and lushly photographed in the vivid hues for which the director is known, Mario Bava's The Whip and the Body is a gothic thriller that far surpasses the API Edgar Allan Poe films that it was intended to emulate. Excuse me. Christopher Lee stars as Kurt Menliff, the sadistic son of a wealthy count who returns to the family castle, much to the dismay of his family, their servants, and the beautiful woman with whom he shares a fondness for the lash. Yeah, like actual sadomasochistic lashing. When Kurt is found murdered, it brings no peace to those who had feared him, as his vengeful spirit cannot be contained by the grave, and he returns to torment those unfortunate enough to remain within Menliff Manor. Like I said, this is a good one. Excited to add it to my collection. Sorry, it's been a day. I'm doing this at the end of a day, so it's been a day. Kind of tired. But the next one, another Kino Lorber one, is one I've never seen before, and I'm very interested. And there are two titles that are included in this one, but it's the same film. It's just like different cuts. Another Mario Bava. This is Hercules in the Haunted World, which sounds and looks very interesting to me. Plus, it's Mario Bava, so eventually I'm going to try and have as much Mario Bava as I can, so this obviously fits the bill, just being Mario Bava. Some interesting stuff on the back. Immediately following the success of Black Sunday, Mario Bava was recruited to direct the second of Reg Parker's Hercules films for producer Achille Piazzi. Freely departing from Roman mythology, the film gave Bava the opportunity to reimagine the sword and sandal genre. On its surface, a jovial comedy adventure, interesting. Hercules in the Haunted World features a striking use of color, which would become one of Bava's directorial hallmarks. But this playful peplum is tinged with the sense of genuine foreboding, voiced by a masked oracle, Medea, in one of the film's most stunning sequences. When Hercules descends into the depths of hell and confronts Lyco, who has the power to call forth corpses from their tombs, the film plunges into the eye-popping, bone-chilling horror for which Bava had recently become famous. So, sounds interesting, looks interesting, very interested to do this. I will be watching and reviewing this for the channel sometime soon. Like, literally this whole stack back here, I will be getting through in the next few months. That's my plan, because I just don't want this stack to sit there. I watch new films before I rotate them into my collection, so that's just why it is like that. But yeah, Hercules in the Haunted World. All right. The next one is a double feature, also from Kino Lorber, of two films I've been meaning to see and really needing to see, and a lot of people tell me I need to see them. And I was really surprised to see that this was available, and it has a really great slipcover to it. Which, honestly, though, like, the artwork underneath is the same, but it looks wonderful. And that is the two-pack of The Abominable Dr. Phoebes and Dr. Phoebes Rises Again. I've heard other people say Fibs, I don't know. I say Phoebes, but look at that artwork. That artwork is so cool. Very cool. So when I saw this, I'm like, double feature. I need to see both these films. I've heard really good things. Plus, I really like the performance of Vincent Price, like always. So, yeah, so this should be good. All right, here we go. Horror legend Vincent Price plays a diabolical doc seeking the ultimate in revenge with precious, sorry, one of those days, precision, creepiness, and surgical wit. After a team of surgeons botches his beloved wife's operation, the distraught Dr. Phibes unleashes a score of Old Testament atrocities, from a plague of locusts to an attack of rats, on his enemies that climax in what may be one of the eeriest endings on screen record. Intrigued? And then Master Macabre Vincent Price breathed life back into one of the vilest villains in his long list of evildoers. The eminent Dr. Phibes awakens, or I say Phoebes, I said it differently, awakens from a decade of suspended animation and heads to Egypt with the corpse of his dead wife, which he intends to resurrect by murdering people in strange and heinous ways to invoke a magical incantation. Very interesting. And that one's apparently directed by the same person who did And Soon the Darkness, which is a film I've seen is very dark. It's one of those revenge films, assault revenge. I don't want to say a specific word because it gets flagged by YouTube, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Excited for those. Then this one is one that I've just been really wanting to add to my collection. I've seen it. I reviewed it. It's a phenomenal film. I wanted to get it on Blu-ray, but the Blu-ray has been out of print, and it's ridiculously expensive on eBay. So instead, I went with the DVD version so I can just have the film, and that is Dead Alive. This still is a super unique film. I've still never seen anything like it. It has the best gore potentially ever in a film. It is so nonstop, and it's amazing. I just love this film. If you haven't seen it, this is a must. I'll read you the back just in case. Throw out all your preconceptions about the limits of horror. That's true. A new standard has been set with Dead Alive, the mother of all horror films. On a quiet street in a small town, pure evil has come to stay. Lionel, an innocent young man, is forced to care for his domineering mother and finds the task a whole lot more demanding after she's bitten by the cursed Sumatran rat monkey, which looks really funky. Passing the point of death, Lionel's mother sucks friends and family into her gruesome existence among the living dead, and Lionel is sent spiraling into a ghoulish nightmare. Now a crazed zombie, she soon infects enough people to make it difficult for Lionel, still the faithful son, to keep the neighbors from suspecting that something is terribly wrong. Dead Alive is dripping with state-of-the-art special effects that feature mutilations, rock and roll dismemberments, and household appliances, combining into the most bizarre ending ever filmed. It is wild. If you haven't seen Dead Alive, I guarantee overwhelming majority of people watching this right now have seen Dead Alive. If you haven't, and you like horror, it's a must. Just saying. And then the last thing, now this is something that I had picked up many months ago, and I didn't feature it on my channel yet, but I will be doing the reviews on it. I got it for half price at a Barnes & Noble that was not far from me, because like everything was 50% off because they're going to be doing renovations and they just need to get rid of everything. And so I picked up this limited edition Alfred Hitchcock box set of 5 films. 2 of which I've seen before, and 3 of which I've been wanting and needing to see. So this is a cool box set. It has Rear Window, Vertigo, North by Northwest, Psycho, and The Birds. And you can just kind of see. I haven't reviewed any of the films, by the way. I will go through and review all of these, but yeah, oh my gosh, just keeps unfolding. Look at this. Woo! Just keeps unfolding. That's great. Yeah. And oh my gosh, am I going to be able to get this back to it? Okay, there we go. That was going to be one of those moments. For anyone who hasn't seen these films or you're intrigued by it, I'll read the backs of these. They're very short, though. Rear Window. James Stewart and Grace Kelly star in this voyeuristic masterpiece about a photographer who becomes obsessed with watching his neighbors and discovers a possible murder. That's one I've seen. I really enjoyed that film. Gonna watch it again with this and do a review. Oh, by the way, this isn't Blu-ray. It's DVD, which is one of the main reasons I bought it, because it was very cheap. Vertigo. James Stewart and Kim Novak star in this dizzying web of mistaken identity, passion, and murder involving an acrophobic detective and the mysterious blonde he rescues from the San Francisco Bay. Interesting. North by Northwest. Cary Grant and Eva Marie Saint star in this edge-of-your-seat thriller about an ad man who gets plunged into a realm of spy and counter-spy and is abducted, framed for murder, chased, and crop-dusted. That has a different meaning now. Just saying. Psycho. I'll read it anyway. It's short. Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh star in this shocking classic about an unsuspecting visitor to the Bates Motel who falls prey to one of cinema's most notorious psychopaths, Norman Bates. Obviously, I've seen that one before. Haven't reviewed it, so I will. Ooh, that brings up a question. Should that then kick off me reviewing all Psycho films? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And then the last one, The Birds. This is one I've been wanting to watch for a while. Tippi Hedren and Rod Taylor star in this horrific tale of nature gone berserk when thousands of birds flock into a seaside town and terrorize the residents in a series of deadly attacks. Don't know why I haven't gotten to that one sooner, because I love horror films featuring sleepy seaside towns. Just saying. So I'm going to take care of this. I was very excited to get this, even though it's DVD. Honestly, a lot of the time, I don't even care if it's DVD versus Blu-ray, especially because it can be a lot cheaper if it's DVD, but just saying. Anyway, thanks everyone for checking this out. Let me know some of your most recent horror purchases in the comments and what you're excited that you just got, or just in your collection in general for however long it's been there. Would be interested to know. Do me a favor, hit subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That's your best way to repay me for all the free content I'm putting out there, and hit the notification bell button, because that way you'll know how many videos I'm putting out each week, and you'll be able to watch them immediately, and that'll help gain traction on YouTube and blah, blah, blah. Appreciate it all. But regardless, thank you for watching this, especially if you made it to this part of the video. And until next time, keep it brutal.